With everything, or rather almost everything that we desire having in this life, there's a cost attached to it. Some of this cost, you can see it as a price tag. Some of them you can't. I personally don't think that a cost is a bad thing. I view a cost like an indicator of what the value of that particular thing is. Before I go any further, my name is Alphonsine. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now, I want to paint some scenarios just to sort of explain what I mean. Think of like a student who has just matriculated and they want to further their studies. They want to study further to secure a career. Obviously, they start applying in universities. They're looking out for programs. They want to be accepted. They're hopeful. They're anxious. Now, in that particular moment, they're not thinking about all the responsibilities that comes with going to school or to study further, attending classes every day, possibly, or not possibly, but definitely, I'm sure, submitting assignments, doing research, preparing for exams, making sure that they perform well during the year or the semester so that they can, so they can be able to graduate at the end of the course the course itself. Now, many people may not think of it, but these are the costs, of wanting to study further. I mean, obviously, besides the actual fees that you have to pay, but all these responsibilities that is required of you, these are the costs. Think of someone who's currently unemployed. You're looking for work. You're hoping to get hired in, this prestigious company. This position is available. You're preparing your CV. You're hopeful as well. You're anxious. You're worried. You're preparing for interviews. Now, in that particular time, I also don't think that you're probably thinking about all the other challenges, all the other responsibilities that comes with being an employee. For example, once you get hired, you'll start training. You possibly have to learn a new skill. You have to now learn a new work culture, a new work environment, new people. You have to learn, the different personalities. You have to work with the different bosses. And then comes the pressure of meeting demands or being competent at your work. Now, all of these are the costs of being an employee, of being hired. Think of another example. Let's say you want to get into a relationship. You like, God, I'm tired of being single. Thank you very much. I've learned a lot in this season, but I'm ready to be in a relationship. And you've been single for a while. But now with this new person, you have to now get to know them. You have to learn the likes and the dislikes, to learn their character. You have to find out about their good traits and the not so good traits, the toxic traits. You have to basically accommodate someone new in your life, which is something you have not been used to for a very long time. That is challenging, and these are the costs of being in a relationship. It's different. You're not gonna obviously conduct yourself like a single person anymore. And all these things remind me of a scripture in Luke 14 verse 28, where Jesus is speaking to his disciples. But Jesus, he likes to speak in parables, but he also just likes to paint pictures using an analogy. And it says in Luke 14 verse 28, suppose one of you wants to build a tower. Won't you first sit down and estimate the cost to see if you have enough money to complete it? Now here Jesus is painting a picture to his disciples, and he's basically trying to tell them that, hey, it will cost you guys to be my follower. And we all know that as Christ followers, that Jesus warned us. He told us that it will cost us. In this world we'll face trials and tribulations, and I always like to remind people that if anything, trouble and problems is one of the things that Jesus promised in the Bible. He never actually promised that we're going to be without suffering. Sometimes we tend to forget it. We assume or we think that it's supposed to be all sunshine, no rains, no stormy weather. But that's not really true. And here in this scenario, Jesus is trying to tell his disciples, hey, it will cost you to follow me, and you need to count your cost, because you have to pick up your cross and follow me every day. You have to deny yourself. You have to surrender control of your life. That will cost you. so you need to be aware of it, and so I just was like, that really, gave me a thought in my mind, and I'm like, we have to learn how to actually be quite intentional, about counting the cost of the things that we want and and desire. I mean, it's great to want stuff, it's great to desire. Like I said, I'm for that, you can dream big, you can want stuff, you can want this, you can want that, but count the costs, of the things that you want. Count the costs of being a parent, count the cost of getting into a relationship, count the cost of studying, the cost of working, the cost of being single, the cost of of whatever it is that you want. There's just always something that comes with it. Those are like the responsibilities, basically. And I honestly feel like, for majority of us, if we could take time to count the cost of the things that we desire, perhaps we wouldn't be asking for half of the things that we ask for. I'm just saying. And I also just believe that counting the cost of things also help us just be more aware and more prepared, for the things that comes with them, so that we are in better positions to maintain these things, to handle these things. Get what I'm saying? So yeah, don't forget to count the cost. Don't forget to count the cost, because they will put you in better position to, to handle all that God has in store for you. I honestly believe that for many of us, it's not like God is withholding things from us, but some of us are just very oblivious of the responsibilities that comes with certain things that we ask God for. So just count the cost, and see you next time.